bench in Anaheim kicked Happy out of the tournament when everybody thought that this was his to take. No, but Happy just precisely 100 days ago, kicked him out of the WarCraft Champions Grand Final. In the upper right, he is the Emperor, undefeated in this matchup. This entire patch, he's Happy.
His opponent in the bottom left from South Korea for the Orcs is FoCuS.
Remo, they call him the Kingmaker in this tournament. Everybody is hoping that FoCuS is the one to take him down. People say Happy has a weak matchup versus Orc. I dare to question you, does Happy have a weak matchup?
Not strictly, that word should be applicable. He has no weaknesses really, but if there is one that's slightly weaker than the others, it's this one. However, you know 1-0 was hailed as the best player against Orc for the longest time, but Happy, we saw him against Soen. He looked so good. Maybe he has taken that first place now. So,
since people say this is his weakest matchup, I'm gonna tell you Happy statistics against Orc on this patch. 34-0.
It's so crazy.
It is freaking crazy. 156-3 is his stats versus or on this patch, and there was the losses all best of 3. But now, Remo, we're in a best of 5 territory, and why is Happy so strong in best of 5s?
He seems almost unbeatable in those. Foggy has experienced that many times before, and so have many others. Happy, you know, sometimes he does lose, sometimes he makes mistakes. You wouldn't think it, but even he is a mortal man. But even when he makes mistakes, even when he loses maps, he is so good at adjusting as well and fixing it from one map to the next.
It's gonna be an incredible tough ride for Happy. Everybody calls him the best in the world. This bracket is designed for him to prove that. Against FoCuS here, who has defeated him before, seemingly weakest matchup. FoCuS is a beast against Undead in the quarterfinal. In the semifinal, it would be Moon, greatest of all time. WGL Grand Final rematch, and then the Grand Final against whoever that's going to be is of course the toughest task. Unbelievable challenge for the Emperor, but he could eliminate all what-ifs if he wins this tournament.
Yeah. Wonderful here, being in Sweden, having these top 8 wonderful games already in the group stages, and however it goes, our semis and grand final are gonna be amazing. It feels, however, like the WarCraft world is already ready to see Happy moving on here and sees him almost certainly in the top 4. You can't sleep on FoCuS. Yep. This guy is a killer, super dangerous. Always has been, especially in this match.
Exactly. 3-2 in the WarCraft Champions Season 7 Grand Final was an exclamation mark, and that was with conditions that slightly favored Happy. That is not a question here today. They're sitting right next to each other. They have the same ping. But apparently one of these guys had a little bit of an issue, and it's seemingly Happy. Which is not good for this quarterfinal. FoCuS doesn't seem to be threatened by this, and we talk about Happy, of course, all the time, but FoCuS. When the pandemic hit us, we said, okay, FoCuS, you still don't have a Tier 1 title, but we still have big tournaments here. And that was his time. An online Tier 1 tournament, and he finally won it. Next was his to claim. Can he do it again, this time offline?
Yeah, it seemed like finally he was able to break that curse, and we are able to get out of this little pause. Something was a bit off with the setup, but now seems to be all good. Of course, we want to have the best performance possible. The plays that Happy pulled off against Soen, we all saw it in the group stage. I almost lost my mind. Unbelievable things that the Russian there pulled off. Of course, FoCuS saw that and saw what Happy was capable of if he needed any more proof of how dangerous his opponent could be.
Yeah, FoCuS was commenting on that for sure, and he knows what to do better. I said it on the desk, I think, that Soen was going for hero kills when he wasn't 100% sure if that's working. FoCuS in that regard, I would say, is a little better in the decision making. Can you kill that hero, or should I rather go for the Fiends, for the statues, for that guaranteed kill? And that could give FoCuS the slight edge here.
Seems like he may have a little bit of an edge in this early game already. Farseer about to get level 3, DK not quite yet, and hard now to get that level 3 for the Death Knight. I would say Concealed Hill the toughest map for Happy in this best of 5. If he had a chance to veto it, maybe he would have, but of course he vetoed Echo as he always does. Understandably, FoCuS taking this map first. It does feel a bit like FoCuS has to win here, because again, this is the best map for the Orc. Fastly level 3, easy to get, and creeping here for the Undead, really not that simple.
Also psychologically, right? We saw FoCuS starting into the group stage with the loss. He had to fight through the lower bracket. And here, if he gets the momentum early, I can see him spiral out of control completely. But if he takes a loss on his home turf, things could go the other way real quick. And this is how oftentimes best of 5 series against Happy go.
Grunt scouting, sees where the DK is, but Happy with a wonderful early game. He was allowed to get level 3, no fiends died, FoCuS only going for the real pressure now. Seems quite passive. You can be really effective already on level 1 and 2 with a Farseer. Happy is counting his lucky stars to have been given level 3 so easily. On this map specifically, I must say I'm surprised.
There must be a reason for that, and it seems like this is a little meta development here in Stockholm. Farseer not right in your face, not your typical ladder experience where constant pressure is applied, but rather creeping earlier level 2 Wolf. We saw wonderful deny by Happy there, by the way. No extra experience given, and now we're waiting for the tier 2 heroes. The TC about to drop out, tier 3 on both sides. Lich will join. Things are heating up, Remo.
Lich will join, exactly. That is the first time in forever Lich second. That's of course the norm from the past, but normally it's always Dark Ranger nowadays. Not only is it Lich, it's also a late Lich. Happy went for Slaughterhouse and tech very fast, delaying his second hero. I think that must be an adjustment to the newer second hero TC that the Orcs are doing nowadays. In the past was always Shadowhunter. And that can be very active. You want to have something active yourself on tier 2, which is the Dark Ranger. But I must say I'm surprised, especially the level 2 skeletons from the Dark Ranger level 3 we've seen be so strong in the past.
Yeah, and once again, people who say Happy always plays the same, Happy is the robot. Proven wrong. That is the Happy of the past. Maybe in 2016-17, but this year he has applied so many new strategies, creep routes, timings, army compositions, and now even hero compositions.
Dark Ranger will certainly be added in later as the third hero, but you need that silence and also the Black Arrow. You need both those skills. And with a third hero, I wonder if he's going to get that in time. We'll see about that. Triple hero will be occurring by both players. FoCuS now creeping a big camp. The creep speed on the TC, not that crazy, right? Still only level 1. This TC is very level reliant. Will have to creep a lot more before the first big fight.
Happy will scout this, but he's not in distance to pressure this at all. Biggest item on the map for FoCuS. Warsong Battle Drums, a little unlucky, as he has that with Kodo Beast anyway, but maybe he can skip on them. And Happy, of course, focuses them out relatively early, so it's basically a backup damage boost. And Happy going for the laboratory. That can only mean one thing, Mr. Remo Demo, and that's a big mana potion.
He gets those quite a bit. Against Owen, he didn't. It was like scroll the beast and stuff. Speaking of which, we have that for the TC as well. The TC also a hero who gets much stronger with invul potions, heal potions, mana potions. Didn't find that here. Heal pot for Happy can be very helpful against that hero FoCuS. You touched on it earlier. We saw tons from Soin already, and it's always a big danger in this match.
Yeah, yesterday, especially like throughout the entire series, there was so much hero focus. Also, Hawk versus Insurp, that was the theme of the day for sure. I think these guys will, of course, go for the opportunity when it arises, but that shouldn't be their number one priority. Of course, both have very good tools to do so. Can prevent healing with Storm. Oh, nice steal. With hacks and stuff, with silence. That is the first brawl between them. And Snare thrown on a Fiend.
Berserker upgrade just finished. So much damage right now from these Berserkers. Going for one Fiend right away. TC in trouble. Nothing to save him. TC, can he get out of this? No, he can't. The Lich survives thanks to the big healing potion that we just touched on. Ensnare on the Grunt. Horrible exchange here for FoCuS. Didn't have invul potion. And no level 3. And still engages into the fight. FoCuS making big mistakes here on map 1.
Yeah, botch for sure. The Shadowhunter also just seconds away. And here we go. The engagement. Lich surrounded. And we talked about this hero FoCuS. Again, the wrong choice. Didn't see the inventory, didn't check the big potion was there. He was trying with the chain lightning, but on level 1, that just tickles him. And FoCuS now had to get the TC back. That's expensive. Ideally, would love to have a higher level Farseer for the next fight. Happy level 4.
Didn't see the Raider being too far up front. By the way, in the replay we saw the Farseer was carrying the invul potion. Why does the Farseer have the invul potion? He's in the back. He's got the TP anyways. Really unusual mistakes by FoCuS here on this first map.
Making double sure that these heroes survive. Big fight for the Invul Potion. TC has 2 now. And the Mana Potion for more Storms. He's not in fighting shape still. Happy shocking around for the next spot. Lich not level 3. It's not ideal for both of these players. But this must feel good, man. First engagement, you immediately kill a hero. That's the the wind in your wings.
Hex against the Dark Ranger, couldn't use the silence, so the stomp comes off, but only level 1 stomp. One Fiend falls, traded for a Raider. Now without the Raider, the Destroyer can't really be dealt with too easily. Destroyer above the trees, very nicely positioned. Hex again against the Lich this time. TC running in, breaks out of the silence with the Invul Potion. Mana Potion also ready for the next stomp. Burrows being used. There is a dust. FoCuS didn't forget about that item, but the TC doesn't connect well enough, and Happy, this was a rough position for him, but he's again winning the fight.
Making it seemingly easy. FoCuS maybe a little hesitant, wants to get level 3 prior to the big stomps and get going for the Mana Potion, but he doesn't get that level 3 in this fight. Happy looking pretty dominant in these exchanges, I gotta say. FoCuS not on top tier level yet.
Yeah, fighting without that level 3 TC is really rough. Happy, aware of that fact, gladly taking trade still. And where's the TC gonna get level 3 now? Has to go to the fountain, I guess. It's a ton of time where FoCuS wasn't leveling here in the late game stages that we're now in. This tri-hero combo for the Orc can be super strong, but is reliant on levels. And 3-2-1 is not good enough.
Yeah, the ultra late game belongs to the Orc, but you have to get there first. Happy, more and more pressure. He's not going back to his side of the map. There's a scout by FoCuS, but this is the next fight brewing. He got the level 2 Nova, which is huge. Takes out the Wolves, is of course a little bit of XP, but the Skeleton is feeding level 3, and now we're talking.
Coil Nova trying to TP out, takes out the Kodo. Kind of surprised he didn't stick around longer. More reinforcements for Happy were coming in. He of course is aware he's giving away the red camp. With that, can creep his own fountain if he wants to. And finally FoCuS gets some more levels.
And attack upgrades, Kodos are coming. On the left-hand side, there's the Merchant and the Red Spot. So that's a little bit of an edge that Happy gets. 50 supply for both of them very, very soon. Remo, Rune Braces.
Yeah, excellent. This matchup recently seems to come down a lot to how well the TC can stay in the fight, survive, and get off these stomps, and the Rune Bracers helping him out tremendously. What he would also love to have is Heal Wave, ideally level 2, but this Shadowhunter finally gets a level 2 at least, but yeah, from level 3 he's still super far away, and there's no creeps left pretty much on this map.
Okay. Creep Jack should be unrealistic. Happy is gonna get that, at least that one big item on the map after the first 2 red spots went to FoCuS. So inventory-wise, not too bad for the Orc. We have Devotion Aura, which is great, of course, in fights. He keeps that Talisman, as he knows there's gonna be quite some hero focus going on. Double Talisman, actually. The Happy item luck that we talk about a lot, not online yet.
Dark Ranger level 3 though is, and that's a big one. Coil Nova on the Raider right away. That one is gonna fall. No Heal Wave coming in. Wants to keep that for the TC. But the TC is being blocked away by the Skellies, by the Ghouls. He again can't find the connection. Now he can. Running in, getting Nova right away. Breaks out of it with the silence. Dodges with the Fiend. The one doesn't even get hit really. Saves the other one with the Coil. Beautiful engagement by Happy. FoCuS, now the Invul is over on the TC. He's exposed again. The Rune Bracers, can they save him? Yes, they can for now. Heal Wave as well, but only level 1 as pointed out earlier. And Happy looking good still in this fight. It's all about the mana here as well. Who can sustain longer? Who's got more healing? TC has to run and be careful. TK chasing, but the Coil wouldn't kill him. Happy holds on to that to play it defensively. Saves the Fiend. Takes out the Coda though. And FoCuS got like nothing left.
Tail between his legs, off we go. Happy, beautiful execution in this fight. He's all over the place now. FoCuS was actually sabotaging himself a little. The TC wanted to go into the feeds, but the Raider was there. He knows it. GG. And this is Happy 1-0.
Good performance by Happy, showing again how strong he has become against Orc, which is supposed to be his weakness. But FoCuS really not finding his footing there on map 1. Lots of things went wrong. A lot of mistakes, honestly, by FoCuS. Clear mistakes. We don't want to be too harsh. These are, of course, world-class players. But this was out of the question. This wasn't, debatable choice. It was clear mistakes by the Korean here on map 1.
Yeah, judging from the first map, Happy seemingly has more issues with the setup than with his opponent.
Yeah. What a start to the series. On Concealed Hill. That's a really tough map. 400, normally the Farseer's on, you can't creep too well. It's going to be a tough mid-game. But there was no Farseer pressure at all, not on level 1 or 2 or 3. This was the big mistake that I think really lost him the game. TC running in, no level 3, no third hero, no invul potion. That was very strange, very strange. Here, FoCuS, he does kind of get the recovery later on, takes a fight here, doesn't lose too much, kills off some fiends, forces Happy to TP up, but that fast level 4 DK, man, I love talking about it, it's such a big deal. That level 2 aura always helps you. And with such an easy early game for the Death Knight, it was smooth sailing for Happy. Not really any mistakes, I believe, visible for Happy, and this has been the story against Happy for a long time. If you make a mistake, you're gonna get punished so hard, you can't afford to make those.
Yeah, I thought for a second in the early game, if you creep with the Farseer, is there a follow-up plan for FoCuS? Is this a new development? Because at this stage at the quarterfinals, there's no hiding strategies anymore, especially when your opponent is Happy. But there was no follow-up. They was threatened at the mid. The TC never got level 3. What happens if the TC doesn't fall? Of course, hopefully FoCuS can show us on map number 2. We're going into Tidehunters. And in the upper left-hand side, representing 1UP Legal, the hope of all the other players here in this tournament is FoCuS.
Sitting comfortably on the Blight, in the yellow, the dominator of Europe, the Emperor is Happy.
FoCuS, not the greatest start into this series at all, and we were talking about momentum. We were talking about FoCus's offline weakness seemingly fixed after Anaheim, but not here, not on map 1. I really hope he can bounce back from this. In general, his matchup versus Undead is really good. It's about 66%, slightly above his average. But yeah, he needs to perform better. He has to keep his nerves together. Maybe it was just game 1 nervousness. Happy, of course, ready since second 1.
So far, Happy hasn't dropped a map yet on his way here. We're used to seeing this from him. He is really performing at his highest level. FoCuS, are the nerves again getting to him. You mentioned it. Offline, oftentimes FoCuS doesn't quite deliver his best. He had real trouble in the group stage. He barely made it out, although he did in the end and did certainly perform well. Here, so far, of course we're early into this best of 5 series, he has met his better. But FoCuS can certainly improve. And Tidehunters, the Orcs keep talking about, is a really good map for Farseer. Of course, it's again going to be the Farseer Headhunters. But I want to see more aggression. You can't just let Happy creep to level 3 for free.
Yeah, especially on this map here in the middle, the 2 turtle camps that our observer beautifully points out. If you get both of them, it's instant level 2, decent items as well. And then you force your opponent into a Dark Ranger, which is of course a little damage drop. So FoCuS, do you take a turn? Yep, he does. Happy sees, okay, you're not going ultra aggression. I got time for the turtles myself, and they will face each other on level 1.5.
Especially against FoCuS, you know what's coming. He is the orc that is most committed to Farseer Headhunters. We will not be seeing any Blade Masters, so I really like the choice for Happy to be heavily creeping, even with the Acolyte. Every second matters, especially in the early game. He wants to creep as fast as possible. Going over now to the next item at the gold mine. Farseer does show up and will be harassing. I like this much more already from FoCuS.
Can he get last hits? No, not here. The coil is there, of course, Chain Lightning not, but the Farseer is doing some chip damage here and there. Ideally, you want to force Happy into a Ritual Dagger. That is resources that he can't put into army or tech or other items, especially here with the marketplace. Happy, big fan of that, you know, cheeky claw, cheeky circlet. Pimp that DK.
The level 2 jump is going to be immensely helpful for both. Ritual Dagger may be needed, a bit more gold invested. Rules getting chipped out a little bit. I like how Hitman talked about this matchup. He says on some maps, including this one, you can be really aggressive and even prevent the DK from getting level 2 until tier 2 is reached, until finally the Dark Ranger joins. If FoCuS could manage that, that would be tremendous. FoCuS, I think, has learned from map 1 to be more aggressive, clearly visible here.
Really nice. There was not much time between the 2 maps. Of course, you realize mid-map already, okay, that doesn't work and you can adjust, but this is good that he's not stubborn. He has level 2, forces Happy into a coil, and not only is he down to 1/3 HP, also there's no mana, and yeah, for the HP there's a Ritual Dagger, but there's no solution to fill that blue bar right here. The natural couldn't be taken entirely by Happy. That Sea Giant was contested as well. Now, FoCuS gotta be careful to not lose any headhunters unnecessarily. Maybe get a skeleton or two, but yeah, that is the prime role of the Fast here, and FoCuS plays it excellently so far.
There's one more coil. Is the timing perfect to get the last hit? Yes, it is. Gets the ring, not the best drop, but DK in a weird position. Might be forced to TP here. Has the aura though, he is speedy, so important to get that level 2. Does get away, and FoCuS could not quite prevent this level 2 for him.
Okay, but on the other side, he's not losing anything. He's also not losing HP on the headhunters, which is important, because every heal self costs about 33 gold, and on this level, every tiny bit of gold matters. We have 500 of that for FoCuS as he's approaching tier 2. Happy a little faster with the tech. And then we'll see. Dark Ranger or Lich again. This will probably set the standard for the rest of the series.
And for the meta as a whole. Everyone's watching. Whatever is being done here by Happy specifically, the world will follow. This Acolyte creeping, I know it already, is going to be the new standard soon. Scroll the Beast found. Again, not the best item for FoCuS. Heal pot, Invul pot, Mana Potion would have been much preferred for the TC.
And it is the Dark Ranger. And now things are scary. FoCuS, you don't have a speed scroll, and all the headhunters exposed.
May have to TP here, honestly. I think he does, but not gonna pull it. Trying to save as many headhunters as he can. One gonna go down, block on the next one, second headhunter falling. Farsi, he's supposed to be level 3 here, but he's not quite there yet. The timings again for FoCuS not quite working out. If he gets a Chain Lightning last hit, he might be there. Has to summon the Wolves again on only level 1. And Happy with all the patience gets this last hit. He saw there was no mana for Chain Lightning. Easy last hit for him. Lots of skellies. FoCuS can't really apply any pressure right now. Again, forced to play passively with his TC.
Yeah, this feels weird, Dreamo. Not only is his timing not working out, he was for the second time in the series also blocking himself. That Headhunter maybe could have fled to the side, but the Wolves were blocking and preventing that. And Happy now can just creep the rest of the middle. Oh, sweet Chain Lightning, actually.
All right, gets to level 3. That was very important. TC is coming into the middle, not creeping.
With Aura.
And without Headhunters.
Why would you contest this without Stomp?
Does he think he has a Stomp? I guess he just wants to get the item here.
Who was looking for the last hit with the axe? Ambitious play.
Yeah. All right, FoCuS. It gets one turtle. Has to split the experience 50-50. This is not what we call fast leveling on the TC.
Not necessarily, no. Two decisions that we can definitely question. First, the Fastia creeping at the market. Second, the movement of the TC. Whoa, whoa,
Ooh.
what?
Dude, that's... okay, FoCuS taking a gamble. If this works out, this is great. This is an amazing item. If this is scouted, which would be a 6-star sense, this would be the mid-game basically wasted for FoCuS. But it's gonna work out. Happy, not expecting this play, obviously. Super greedy creeping by FoCuS.
Good play. I like that he's taking risks here. He saw okay, the standard isn't really working out what I initially wanted.
Zeppelin?
Isn't working out, and I thought about this. Go for the Zeppelin. This is how Infi was trying to crack Happy as well. Zeppelin drops into the base, onto the Haunted Gold Mine. Happy is expecting this most of the time now against Human who go for tier 3 and tanks. And he has a Fiend on patrol, and he got Web ready. But if you look at the upper right, there's not a single upgrade. Web isn't here. And this is a play that happened to him 2 years ago, that cracked him 2 years ago. Once, of course. The second time doesn't work anymore because he fixes all the mistakes and immediately. But FoCuS is dropping the base.
He only has one Raider though, so not too much damage. But one Acolyte at least gonna go down. Happy TPing back. The tier 3 is still far from finished, by the way. Gets a slow on the Zeppelin. Happy may have to make a Gargoyle here to deal with this one. Is making one right away. Interesting play. Did he get 1 or 2 Acolytes? He got 1. Okay. Still expensive. But Happy was creeping in the meantime. He could sell the Ankh for sure. Yeah, FoCuS is not expanding or anything behind that.
On the other side, the Zeppelin doesn't come for free either. And this is all time, once again, where the TC can't creep. Yes, you slow him down economically. But we almost have a level 3 Dark Ranger already. DK is looking good. This is also forcing Happy into Web, probably, to just prevent this to happen a second time, or a tower, or something defensive.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he finished the Gargoyle. I believe he did. Flying behind the main base right now. Hello, little turtle.
Yeah, exactly. He's flying back to the middle of the base right now. Decent scouting once again by Happy with the almost expiring Skeleton Needles. I got all the time here. For the Lich, there's not too much experience left. Shadowhunter is already creeping, so that should be level 2 for him. But level 3 TC, this is what it's all about. Scroll the Beast for Happy again. Not the crazy items that we're used to seeing across the board since game start.
FoCuS may have a good timing right now to get the rest of these camps. He's got the triple hero and Berserkers already. Happy doesn't have the Lich yet or the Orb. TC a bit damaged already. Happy not going to contest over here. This is a ton of experience going to FoCuS. He's getting 3 orange camps and the red if he stays here. But he falls back. I guess the red was already taken by Happy. Got the Ankh.
Just a few units remaining, maybe a Murloc or something. So turn around, go to this Overseer who doesn't oversee anything anymore. And the TC has a ring. This is really important. Everybody hates on the ring in the early game, but for the late game, it's really excellent. Not as good as the Rune Braces, but he might be able to find that on his own lap, except Happy is taking that one away. This Gargoyle, of course, doesn't do much against the Zeppelin, but it can give you so much vision now.
Absolutely. Maybe he can bait and ensnare as well. That could be kind of valuable. The Lich finally coming in. Happy's tech so much later this game. Interesting choice by him to switch it around here. Levels looking decent for FoCuS. But again, TC not level 3. He's so damn close. Just needs 1 or 2 kills maybe.
Happy contesting this lap. Really like that play. Seeing the TC is still level 2, I can do that. He's not threatening me too much. FoCuS gets reinforcements, of course, has a shop nearby. Big moment in this game. Who gets the Overseer, but Happy seems to respect this. Destroyer upgrade is ready. Web isn't. How good is FoCuS engaging into this fight?
You can see the respect by FoCuS. He doesn't want to take a bad engagement. He knows who he's up against. Raider getting taken out right away. Scroll the Beast. So much damage now. Ensnare was used on the Fiend, not on the Destroyer where we normally see it. Gargoyle is taken up, but that one doesn't matter. That's level 3 for the TC though. He's going in his silence. Lots of damage onto him. Also Scroll the Beast on the Orc side now. That's a big stomp. Hitting nicely there into the back. Lich still firing away. TC still in trouble. No Invul Potion for him anymore. FoCuS on the TC. We see it again and again. Happy though using the coil here to save the Fiend. TC perhaps out of the fight. Now finally the ensnare on the Destroyer. That one's taken out. Level 4 onto the Farseer. Big kill right there. TC comes back in. Beautiful stomp. Stop though! With the silence. TC can't do it. Coil finds him. Certainly now has to leave. Oh my god. On 5 HP he gets away without the TC. You can't take that fight anymore. Has to boost. Get out of here with the speed scroll.
The way Happy shuts down the Torrent Chieftain is absolutely incredible. He was mid-animation when that silence hit, and then always the exact amount of damage to threaten him out of the fight. That TC had a bigger heal potion. It's not working at all. And now he needs to go to the shop. Here we go again. TC comes in. Ah! No. Oh, this stomp doesn't work. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Silence mid-animation of the stomp. Just Happy, firing on all cylinders. Caught a bit off guard with that weird creep route by FoCuS and the Zeppelin. That was expensive, but when it comes down to the late game execution, the micro is just always on point. And we keep talking about that, right? Week after week, Happy just doesn't have bad days. And FoCuS, it seems like a bit of a bad day. It's starting to here on map 2.
Yeah, to be honest, his group stage day wasn't the best either. And if he was hoping for a tiny great haul without that shop, it's not gonna happen. Shadowhunter gets some mana. Not the greatest items for FoCuS anymore, especially no combat items. And Happy shutting down that shop means no heal potions, no mana potions either. Heal wave invested, Raider down anyway.
Has to be very careful with those Raiders. Destroyer morph, dispels against the Wolves. Level 3 though on the Shadowhunter. That's a big deal. Now perhaps the TC is going to be more durable, but the TC block pisses up behind his own units.
Again! Third time in the series this is happening. And now it's getting even harder. Happy, of course, patiently waiting for that silence. TC zoned out once more. The splits are not 100% perfect, but he's just not giving this TC a chance to stomp. He goes for the Lich now. Hero focus. Someone tried this over and over and it didn't work. FoCuS, can you do better?
Lich is well protected with these items, but the Dark Ranger might not be. Can she be saved somehow? Yes, the Ankh transferred from the DK. Happy finds a way to save the hero. Takes out the Kodo after. Now the TC can't go back in. He's too low. He doesn't have items, and Happy just doesn't give an inch. Gives no opening to FoCuS. The shop is gone. Can't heal. Fassi in trouble. This may be it already. Raider going to be taken out once again. Ensnare on the Destroyer, but perfectly positioned. The Destroyer isn't even exposed. TC comes in. He has to turn this fight around with these stomps. Here's one. But he doesn't even get the kill because the borrow's on point. Coil flies, TC dead. perfect game by Happy. FoCuS is not on his level.
If someone wants to make a highlight game for this map, just take every single fight and you got it. Perfection by Happy. GG! This is not the series we expected. This is total domination.
Happy comes in prepared, plays as well as you can. FoCuS much more aggressive here on map 2. The early game looked better, but not good enough. Level 3 Farseer was too late, and he was begging for that creep jack, basically. Creeping up in the north there at the marketplace. That is the standard timing for the Dark Ranger. It happens every game. But FoCuS opens himself up to that damage right there that he did take. And that's when Happy takes the lead and takes the game from there. FoCuS, you need to one-up this gameplay to have a chance against Happy in a shape like this.
This is not Anaheim FoCuS. This is not War 3 Champion Season 7 FoCuS. This is FoCuS struggling and facing elimination. Once again, offline FoCuS. Here we go. DK gets away. Yeah, good pressure early. We all like that. Decent idea with the zap, but we got a question. Was this one Acolyte worth it, or did she just kneecap him by not leveling the TC?
I guess it was kind of worth it gold-wise, also the gargoyle and all that, right? But I think the creeping again was the problem. TC didn't get level 3 fast enough. Shadowhunter didn't get level 3 fast enough. But mainly it's the control. Like, Happy is just giving you no openings. Between Hex and Storm, Hero Kill is so dangerous. But Happy just seemingly saving everything. The borrowed timings as well. I mean, is there anything that can even be done better here? I'm not sure. Happy showing again what the Undead excellence looks like. We had lots of Undeads here in the group stage already, but into the top 8, it's only him. Only him who always does it. The best Undead in the world, proving once again what he's capable of. We're going to go into one short break before we return with map 3.
The DreamHack WarCraft Free Championship is brought to you by Norton Gaming and Coinbase.
Three match points for Happy, and we are one map away from Happy versus Moon 3. Hype is there, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
FoCuS is a guy who gets not thrown off by being down 0-2. He can turn series around, and he has proven that plenty of times.
Yeah, one of the few players to have a decent record against Happy. He lost recently in the WC3 Champions Finals, but before in Anaheim, he proved that he can do it. Different times, different meta, yeah, but he's really good also in the new meta. And now it's time to bring it back.
Okay, everybody, this is in the bottom right-hand side for Korea, and the Horde is FoCuS.
Pretty much perfect run for him so far. In the yellow for Russia, the Emperor. It's Happy.
Pretty much perfect, you say. This guy played 6 maps and he's 6-0 at DreamHack.
Yeah, great performance. Insane performance by Happy. You know, he came into this tournament with a lot of pressure on his shoulders as well. Everyone is expecting him to do well. Everyone is expecting him to make probably the grand finals. And he delivers every time. Wherever he is.
Slaughtering Korea so far. 2-0 Sock, 2-0 Soin, 2-0 FoCuS. I hope he's not getting overconfident, but that is not something Happy does. He's not giving series away because of that, but we've seen people able to get maps off of him, of course, and Shallow Grave, everybody. The newest map in the pool. FoCuS has to bring his absolute A-game, stop blocking himself. What the hell is going on here?
Happy's trying to min-max so hard, he's trying to push the critter closer to the creep camp.
His version of the chicken dance.
Exactly. The DK probably wants to go for a lightning shield creep at the beginning. That was possible in the past on Amazonia, right? But no, not part of the map pool anymore. Here it is as well, so the DK can level up close to 2 very fast here with that technique. And level up timing is going to be crucial. We see it time and time again. The timing to level 2, level 3, it makes the hero so much more powerful. And creep speed, I think, has a lot to do of who comes out on top in this matchup. It's been the big problem for FoCuS this whole series. He's just not creeping and leveling fast enough.
He can go to level 2 immediately with the same trick that Happy is using. Lightning Shield applied perfectly on the left-hand side, of course. FoCuS should have been done the same in the bottom right. Goes for 1 grunt for that creep. Here we go. No deny. Ring of Protection, of course, not what you want, but helpful later. Headhunter's coming after that 1 grunt opening, and that build is establishing itself as more and more of the norm.
Yeah, absolutely true. Especially when there's medium armor creeps on the map, which is certainly the case here with quite a few of them. That grunt helps out quite a bit, along with the wolves. Going over to the green, that will be level 2. Hoping for a Wand of Illusion, perhaps. You could get quite tricky with that one.
As we saw on Last Refuge plenty of times. Oh, Remo, nice prediction. Remo Stradamus calls for it, and there we go. What is FoCuS doing with it? You can, of course, creep as it absorbs damage. You can scout. What is FoCuS up his sleeve? Level 2 fast here is kind of decent because he can throw the Chain Lightning to steal creeps. Happy again with the Acolyte. Who's going to get the last hit here? Usually, it's always Happy. Sweet deny.
Will not allow that Acolyte to give experience over. Farseer level 2. All right, here we go. That's the pressure we want to see. Creeping up in the meantime with the wolves at the green. That's a really cool play. I like this. The Farseer is putting on the screws. Still more experience being gathered. And that level 3 advantage should be with the Farseer if all things go according to plan.
Yeah, it feels like FoCuS's openings are getting better and better every map, and he sees what the problem is. He's able to fix some of the issues, but against Happy, you have to fix all of the issues immediately. Doesn't get too many last hits here, but you know, chip damage every now and then. Faster, can he get this one? No, and now we got Watch Award. Oh, he stole the item. Haha, that's sweet. Watch Award's never wrong to have, especially on a big map like this.
Now bringing in the rest of the units as well. Sentry placed is exactly what's coming. Happy is getting decent experience, but also has to use a lot of mana to secure it all. Chain Lightning, that's going to be more mana needed there as well. The Grunt staying in a bit too long.
Whoops.
And that's going to be a loss. Should use the coil here to secure the kill. It's going to be more experience for the DK. does get it there, but we do have level 3 Farseer. DK low HP, Wolves level 2 already. There we go. That's the way this matchup is supposed to look for the Orc.
The best 4-minute 30 in FoCuS's playoff run here at DreamHack. What can he make of this? Can he snowball with this opening? He absolutely has to. Tech advantage once again. 1 or 2 seconds ahead for Happy. Shop is coming at the perfect time for FoCuS. And Happy has no real chance to do anything at the moment. Losing more and more HP. Nice chain lightning once again. And the DK all of a sudden is a little in trouble.
No Dark Ranger yet. Tier 2 just finished a second ago. Good play by FoCuS. These sentries helping him out a lot as well. Good creep route, good items. FoCuS finding a way back into the series and a nice block as well.
Not good enough just yet. No chain lightning to finish this off. But I like that he's going for the unit instead of the risky play to go for the DK. Doesn't get a kill, but definitely will force a coil. And every coil that's not ending up on your headhunters is a good one for FoCuS.
The build again looking similar here for Happy as on map 1. Really fast tech and Slaughterhouse. This might be the Lich again, which would once more be a very delayed Lich. Indeed, here we see it.
Okay, maybe things I can't get out on the map at the moment. The Farseer is too oppressive. Lich is not bad. I'm gonna reach tier 3 and can add that later. I don't really want to brawl. FoCuS will take his sweet time to creep as well, so I don't need that Dark Ranger. I'm not in position to force a fight.
Headhunters have been pulled back into the main. TC about to come out. Could creep the Merc camp right away, and I think that's what FoCuS should do. He needs to prioritize more the leveling on the TC. This has been a huge issue this whole game. Level 3 usually gets acquired at some point, but you really want to get that level 4 fast. That aura is very strong on level 2 especially, and if you can, you want to get level 5. Level 5 TC we have seen win plenty of games this tournament already. Happy has not allowed it so far, but yeah. This was, by the way, FoCuS's map pick, and we see here why. This is a really good position for FoCuS. It's not really a huge lead or anything, but it's looking promising.
Okay, he's taking a sweet time to start leveling, was pulling the headhunters together with grabbing some items here and there, but now it's the lab and the big middle of shallow graves. It's a rich one. Happy's moving further out to the outskirts, once again doesn't want to face that TC early or the headhunters early, but the Farseer is keeping tabs. It's of course good experience, and once again 1 or 2 spells used, 640, and Happy gets everything, plus the crystal ball. Item bad luck continues.
Nice read by Happy, by the way. He scanned where his opponent was creeping. So he knows what's going on. When there's no wolves harassing you, it's pretty clear the wolves are creeping and taking a big camp for the TC. That was the case here. Heal wards, very nice find. FoCuS gonna appreciate that one. Level 2.5, almost already on this Torn Chief.
Just tier 3 in 7 seconds. And snares coming. That's big upgrades for FoCuS. Never count him out. Even though he's down 0-2, he sometimes has these miraculous runs where he just gains momentum and crashes his opponent, but Happy's of course now with a dual hero as well. Orb is ready, and that means for him the creep speed is getting better as well.
Big item here, we see the mana potion this time. Oh, Farseer, that would be a huge last hit. I don't think Happy's gonna allow it. He's got the level 2 coil. But even if he doesn't get the last hit here with the Farseer, it's again a nice delay.
It's a couple of seconds, and of course at the biggest WarCraft tournament at this level in the playoffs, it's about seconds. More strength on the ground, greater healing. Again, this matchup, a lot about hero focus. We've seen big potions before on Concealed that saved the Lich. We've seen the Ankh before on Tidehunters that saved the Dark Ranger. These items are crucial. And look at the TC.
Yeah, great item for him here. The Rune Braces and also Invis Potion used already. That indicates FoCuS wants to go for a fight. He just got Berserker upgrade. Shadowhunter is coming in. TC is scouting right now. We do have a Dark Ranger as well for Happy, going for the second lab creep. Pulls it out to creep it safely. This is the opening FoCuS is looking for.
Rest of the army is not here yet, though. He's looking for the perfect moment. Is he just the stealing Magpie that gets the item with the Invis TC? No! Let's dance, everybody! Epicenter Stomp. Happy a little surprised about that. Silence on the TC, this time a little too short. Hex on the DK. Can't throw the coil. Excellent execution by FoCuS this time. Statues blocking that Fiend. A little speed scroll engagement. TC is free to do, but the Book of the Dead prevents that perfect connection.
Use the Stomp to get the kill. With that, the Fiend falls. TC doesn't have too much mana left anymore. Shadowhunter in trouble. Needs to micro that back quickly. Otherwise, Coil Nova could kill him. Ensnare on the Destroyer, that one should be falling. Nice stomp there as well, hits absolutely everything. For once, Happy didn't quite get off the split. Destroyer somehow survived, comes back in for the Dispel. FoCuS starting to run out of mana over here. He doesn't have stomps anymore. Can Happy turn it around now? Perhaps. He's losing too many units, it seems. All the Fiends are dead. The Destroyer's gonna fall as well. Great fight for FoCuS.
Exactly. DK has 2 more coils though. Lich in trouble. How does he want to nuke these heroes? Big Potion, Connect. Dark Ranger in trouble though. The Destroyer is still alive. Question is for how much longer? TC still has that Invo Potion. Can survive a lot. And there's of course more hacks to prevent coils. Destroyer falls. 5 supply down. Headhunters falling left, right and center as well. Kodo would love to know if they ate something or not. It's basically only the heroes. Here comes the hacks. Wolf attack once again. TC getting kind of dangerously close to another Stomp. Happy has to be careful.
How is this Destroyer still alive? It's been ensnared like 3 times. But now, Micro above the trees, somehow still standing. FoCuS, the beginning of the fight from was great. But now, looking for the next kill. Dark Ranger in trouble. Gets away though. Happy comes close for the aura. And she falls back. Wow. Horrible start for Happy. That Invis Potion really kicking off the fight well. But somehow he survives and comes out sort of even at the end of all it.
Is that really the one Destroyer or did he move a new one?
I think it's the first. Or am I wrong? It's low HP. Well, it might be the second one, but still. He kept it alive for so long. That was sick. It was the second one. All right. Thank you for the confirmation.
Really important now for FoCuS to get the shot. He still has a couple of resources. Invo Potion on 2 heroes. Boom, plus the Stoby Mask.
Definitely nice items here for FoCuS.
Lady Luck is with him again, eh?
Sometimes he gets those crazy item drops and he's gonna need him here, it seems like, to have a chance against Happy. Big creep now for the Russian. Red camp for him. DK close to 4. Lich close. Huge level ups around the corner here across the board for Happy.
Exactly. Level 4. You love that level 4. You always love that level 4, Remo. I have a little bit of a fetish there. But of course, level 2 Unholy Aura makes everything a little easier, especially these splits in the fights. You move faster across the map, but you get caught again. This time, FoCuS is facing level 2 Nova, though.
2 ensnares were huge. Catches the statue. That's a big deal. And the Fiend as well. The Fiend may not be going down. Needs to get the statue. Needs to certainly get the statue. I was about to say, can't save that again. Coil Nova on the Raider. That one is going to be taken out. 1 Fiend is going to be lost here thanks to the dust. That one was the last charge of the dust, by the way. Now the other Fiends can burrow again. No, excuse me, he's got another one. More Headhunters going down, getting turned into Dark Minions in the meantime. TC with the Stomp hits mostly Skellies. Wasn't that good, really? And the TC's in trouble again. Low HP, but does have Rune Bracer still and the Invul Potion. Shadowhunter in the front line now, getting targeted next. Has to pull it back. Kodo Beasts, of course, very slow, can't get off the escape too easily. Fiends being pulled back. The kiting by Happy is amazing, but he has no statues at the moment.
Exactly. Happy has a little bit of a problem in that there's no mana anymore and no statue. Usually it's always BC, 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 get that mana back. This time, not the case. Reveal use, Chain Lightning kills another Fiend in the ground. Can just stay there. Dark Ranger in trouble. DK in trouble. So is the TC. Here comes the hacks. This hero kill has to work, but the Destroyer is there for the rescue.
Very quick with that Dispel. DK still in trouble, as you say. Invul Potion might be needed soon. Trying to block the Kodo, get the kill there. May have to TP out soon. Heal Scroll could be purchased if he has the gold. Does so. Invul Potion used first. Heal Scroll still available. Trying to take out the Kodo Beast. Did it eat something? Yes, but only a ghoul. That one is back. And the statue now back on the field. That's hugely important.
FoCuS needs Raiders and Hero Focus, maybe even not Hero Focus, Unit Focus. He's gonna be so careful with that TC. The Invul Potion is gone now. It passed over. Happy saving so many units. That Destroyer saved over the trees. The perfect habitat. And FoCuS is the one who has to TP out from a creep jack. What is happening?
That was a creep jack that started with 2 kills on a Fiend and a statue. Are you absolutely kidding me? The control by Happy once again. The kiting, the targeting, everything is just perfect. He can creep the rest of the red camp. Of course, no item anymore, but a bit more experience. Dark Ranger, when this camp was started, she was level 1. Now she's close to 3. That's another huge level up.
Let's talk about levels, Remo. We get very close to level 4 TC. We get a very close to level 3 Shadowhunter. And the items are still very, very good. FoCuS knows he's peaking soon and gets big upgrades. So rest of the camp here goes to him. Heal Wards, of course, amazing. Needs mana as well. Needs to get a Kodo back. Needs to get a little bit more control in his army. 1 Raider doesn't seem to be enough.
Item here was the Claws +9, which is always good, but it's not amazing. It wasn't quite the pennon of energy that perhaps he was looking forward to. Yeah, Ring of Protection, by the way, still on the Farseer. Shouldn't that be over on the TC? We've been seeing the Torn Chieftain getting targeted over and over.
FoCuS scratching his nose there. What do I have to do that this guy is finally tapping out? What do I have to do to finally convincingly win a fight? That Invis potion was nice. I wonder if he has the resources to go for that again. And now, that might be the savior, the level 3 Shadow Hunter with the big heal wave.
And the big mana potion of the TC.
Yeah!
Lots of stomps coming through from this TC. If he does get to connect, Happy has made that very tough for his opponent this whole series. As now we have 4 3/3 levels for Happy, very strong, about to get Lich level 4, which is also going to have insane potential with his Dark Ranger.
Nobody's breaking up. Keep FoCuS maybe planning to with the next burrow. This is of course resources not in the army. 1 Invo potion, 1 mana potion. Dark Ranger, nothing in her inventory. Shadow Hunter must be positioned great. This red spot goes to FoCuS. Battle drums, backup Kodo, I guess.
Has the option to sell it. Does so once heal scrolls. Invulls. FoCuS now very well equipped. Lots of skellies from this camp, however. If Happy can manage to fight with them, that would be a big boon for him. Both at 50 supply, both looking for the next engagement, and completely even on levels.
I think if FoCuS can dodge this fight until the skeletons expire, that would be great, but they block him pretty early on. Coil Nova on the TC, who silenced once again. Wow, the amount of damage Happy is dashing out in the first 3 seconds of the fight is incredible, but on the other side, Destroyer falls.
TC in trouble still. Immo potion has to be used! Last second! But again, he doesn't get the big stomp off. Somehow he's always getting caught, somehow he's always low HP before the fact really breaks out Happy with a micro adjustment. In the past, he never used to focus the TC too much, but here it's looking so damn good. The TC never gets to connect, and without Stomp, Happy seemingly easily winning these fights. 1 Fiend goes down, nice chain lightning there, very well timed. TC comes in, gets off the Stomp, but not a single Fiend was hit. They're all in the back, Happy controlling this so well, and now the statue is still running and running, more and more mana and regen. Nova hits the Berserkers on the way back, FoCuS losing more, Happy has the supply lead, and he's got Skellies as well, chasing for more, wants to get this win.
Shadow Hunter has to be the caretaker for the TC. Finally a Stomp that connects, but once again not on the Fiends. The micro is incredible. The Invo potion on the TC, by the way, the Black Arrow was mid-air. Big level ups. Level 5 on the fast here goes for Wolves, I think. Chain Lightning again. Heavy damage. Kodo gets to eat. Coil is there for the other one. TC consumed the potion. There's so many Storms coming. And the Shadow Hunter back against the shop can go for small mana potions. Happy, did you overcommit a bit?
He's still got that mana pot in the DK, so lots more coils to be used. Kodo Beast would be a big kill. Fiend in the stomach, but does just barely make it away. Here next to the shop, the Orc heroes are very strong, and we have the Wolves on level 3 now coming in as well.
Ooh, Shadow Hunter in trouble a bit. Has an Invo potion, can heal himself, of course, at the last bit of mana. Happy retreats. DK! Finally! He gets a block off and he gets a big stomp off, but he's still not closing that surround. It was a little bit of a precarious situation for Happy, but he's able to pull back as so often. Statues in the back. Go for that mana region. Go for more coils.
The Destroyer control on Happy is just out of this world. Nobody's on his level. Normally they just die, but here they survive because of excellent control. The Kodo falls. Fiend is back, half dead. We have a level up in there as well. Dark Ranger now on 4. Fiend getting burrowed, getting saved that way perhaps. FoCuS needs to push Happy back. He's in his base, but perhaps can't even win the fight here. Dust coming in. He's got the reveal. Destroys now getting caught, now getting killed. And the DK finally out of mana for Happy. Perhaps FoCuS can finally hold here.
Once the Destroyers are gone, the Wolves shall reign, but the mana is really low. Another Fiend needs to be killed. Okay, finally the burrow isn't working too well anymore, but FoCuS is down to 30. He's basically down to only his heroes, only Headhunters coming in. He needs to get rid of the Destroyers.
TC in trouble, healing is low. Shadow Hunter also dropping low HP now. Invul potion still available on him. Nova hits him. No time for the Invul. Perfectly timed. The threshold was there. That is the kill. And could be the game. Happy on his way to the 3-0 and the perfect run into the semis. Moon watching this must be terrified. As this FoCuS, everything's falling apart. His tournament seems to be ending. He was looking for the revenge. Doesn't get it. 3-0. Victory by Happy with one hell of a performance. Perfect play all the way through by the Russian.
Total annihilation and Dream semi-final WGL Summer rematch. We get Happy versus Moon tomorrow.